In this video, we're going to learn how to use the order of operations for different formulas you're going to see throughout this course on the TI-84 plus CE. Okay? I'm sure these seem sort of intimidating, which is why we're doing them first, and you'll learn all about the structure of these and what they represent, but I just wanted you to see how you can put them in the calculator. The good news also is that a lot of them are so annoying, like this one right here, that somebody made a calculator so you don't even have to do this much work. Okay, but it's good practice for us to see how we can set these up so the form looks identical and we can verify that we've entered them correctly. Most of the time on these problems for students, they'll get this part right and they'll just put it in the calculator wrong. If you do one misstep, your answer is wrong, and you think you didn't understand anything the whole semester, and it was really you just misplaced something. Okay, so let's learn how to enter these. Now, first of all, when I see this, the first thing I see is a fraction. Okay, so there's a big fraction. This is what's on top. This is what's on the bottom, or the numerator and the denominator. So I want to get a fraction ready. So I am going to go to Math. Then I'm going to go to Fraction, and then I'm going to hit this first button, ND. Okay. Now in the top of my fraction, I want 10,000. So 1, 10, 1, 2, 3. There's 10,000. Now in the bottom, I want this expression. Okay. So you need to start with the parentheses. And then we have 1 plus 0.004. Notice this 0 isn't really necessary. We put these in a lot or else some people don't see the decimal point. That's the purpose of it. If you don't want to type it, you don't have to, but it'll also help you not make any errors. I'm going to close the parentheses, and now I want this raised to the 60th power. So we hit this button right here, and notice there's an exponent. It's only going to this bottom part, which is what we want. So I'm going to hit 60. And then it's good practice just to move to the right until you're completely out of the fraction and the cursor is centered. Okay, so notice we were able to type this expression in so it looks exactly like it's written. Okay, if you do this horizontally, it wouldn't be that bad. There would just be a division here instead, but now you know you didn't make any errors. And we hit enter. And our result, will round all of these to 2 decimal places, is 7,870. Rounded to 2 places is 0.05. And I've updated our answer. Let's look at the next one. We'll clear everything out. Okay, so we have 6,000. Okay, we're going to start with the parentheses right away. And we have 1 plus. And again, this could actually be put in just as division, but to be safe, it's good to have your fractions ready. And we have 0.09 over 4. Move out of the fraction, close the parentheses. Okay, and this is another reason this fraction version is going to be really helpful. So I used an exponent button. The 4 times 20, you could just type 80. But this, if you're going to type in the pieces, it needs to be in the exponent. 4 times 20. Lots of times if you're writing this without all of these fancy things like fractions and exponents that raise up, it would raise it to the 40 and the 20 would drop down. This way you can see that everything is in the right place just like it's given here. And I will just exit out, make sure to the right, and hit enter. And this is our result. So I've updated our answer. I rounded to 2 decimal places again. These are finance formulas, so I wanted to round to the nearest cent. So let's look at the next one. This is actually a finance formula as well. Okay, we're going to start with the parentheses. This is absolutely necessary because this entire expression needs to be raised to this power. So parentheses 1 plus, let's go get a fraction, 0.05 over 365 Oh, I totally just messed that up. Sorry, guys. Hit the fraction. There we go. 0.05 over 365. Move out of the fraction, close it, and you want to raise this to the 365th power. Okay, now here's something very important. You want to subtract 1 from this entire expression. Right now it's in the exponent. You can move to the right to get it out of the exponent, and then you're going to hit -1. Okay, so you're going to have problems where it's -1 in the exponent or in here somewhere else or in a different numerator. So this way you can see it directly that it matches up. Okay, and this is our result. This is actually going to be a percent answer that we'll find later, but we're going to round this one. Let's go to 4 decimal places. So 0, 5, 1, and we'd round the 2 up to a 3 because of the 6. And I've updated our result. Okay, now this one's really a bear. Okay, and if there's any one you're going to do on this calculator, this one I would definitely do in the fraction form because there's all sorts of parentheses you don't even see that you'd need if you did it without the fractions. So let's clear everything out. So we have 150 times. Now we need a fraction, and we have all sorts of fractions in the fractions. So let's start with our fraction. Okay, now we need parentheses. 1 plus, now we need another fraction. And in this fraction we have 0.08 over 12. Now I'm going to close those parentheses. I need to raise this to the 12 times 25 power. So I'm going to use the exponent button, and I put 12 times 25. Okay. Now we need to subtract 1 in the numerator. So I'm going to move to the right so it's no longer in the exponent, but notice it's still part of this bar. We're not going to move totally out. So -1 right on top. Now we're going to go down to the bottom, and we need to put another fraction in here. So math, fraction, and we have 0.08 over 12. And then I'm just going to move to the right to move all the way out. Okay, you might want to double check that everything looks equivalent to the original form. Okay, then we hit enter, and this is our result. And I've entered our final answer. This was a money problem, so I rounded it to 2 decimal places. And again, you'll be told in the directions what to round to. Here I rounded to 4, not 3. I think I said 3 before. But you'll be told I just rounded them to these because I knew what formulas they represented. Okay, so I highly suggest, okay, I hear students say all the time, it's so easy when you do it. Okay, so try these on your own. Try doing them directly from the formula without looking at the videos. See if you absorbed it. And again, we'll be reviewing a lot of these again before our finance section, but this is going to help you get ready. If you can enter these into the calculator, you can enter anything.